I'm probably more disciplined when I'm at home because of obviously different types of snacking in this tournament per se. We're a lot of times in hotels where your food intake's gonna be very different to what it would look like if I had 4 weeks at home, where my snacking and my nutrition outside of, I'm not having to have full meals in hotels or eating at restaurants. So I like to, I've got a lot more resource on hand at home, and my meals will look different. Likewise, my output would be different because I'm not playing, every third day, or my training block will look different as well. So I don't think, personally, I'm not like strict on it's this way every week or this way every day, and then just adjust with how my schedule looks, I guess.
How much is it similar for you? I have ups and downs in everything that I do, and Mitch just said that I probably haven't found that balance.
Generally not a late eater.
Yeah.
Here, obviously, the game times and training dictate that.
Yeah, same with me. Even I'm not a late eater, and I think that makes a big difference in terms of recovery and
Let's like more about it. When you say a late eater, how late is late?
I think anything after 7:30 is late.
Well, like last night we trained until we were back at the hotel at 9 o'clock.
Is the same for you? 7:30 p.m. you consider it as late or what?
I would prefer eating at that time or earlier.
Why is it? Why do you call it late?
I don't know the science behind it, but I think if you just feel better and then you give your body time to digest and recover, and helps you recover better, I think.
You've said it perfectly. There's a lot of dispute about the science. I don't think the science is fully settled on it.
Okay.
I don't think the science is settled at all. But I think, as Karun's talking about and Mitchell's talking about, I think there has to be a balance as well. If you've played a high-intensity game of T20 cricket, you've had a high-intensity training session, if that game finishes at 10:30 or 11, and you get back to and you haven't eaten yet, you get back to your hotel 11:30, 12 o'clock, I would be saying to players, you're going to have to do some fueling here. You're going to have a meal that has some protein, some carb in it, and make sure you get a lot of fluid intake before you go to sleep. Now, that may not agree with what the science says about putting weight on or maintaining a certain body composition, but in my mind, that is one of the essential things that you need to do to recover and be ready for your next game, because
which is equal protein and equal carb.
I wouldn't say equal. A lot of people talk about 1/3 protein.
Yeah, because I have heard high protein, low carb as well.
Yeah, there's lots of ways you can unpack it. I think a lot of it depends on the type of athlete you are as well. But for me, that almost goes against what some science says around maintaining body composition, etc.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they've got to travel next day, and a lot of the time there'll be a training session the day after travel, and then there'll be another game the day after that. So, for me, recovery is about sleep. It's hard to put an exact number on it, but a lot of pundits will talk about 80% of your recovery being around sleep, and 10 to 12 or 15% being around post-match meal, and the rest of it being around massage, ice bath, swimming, all those sorts of things. But all those things do make a difference.